The Price of Freedom production update. Right, I've got lots to talk about. I'll try and do these in addition to my educational videos about what we're doing, how we're going every week, to keep people updated of decisions made, where we're going, and the status of the project and so on. This one will be longer because I'm going to cover everything, but next week it'll just be updates on what we've done. Right, I finished a script about a month ago and it was fine. All the story beats were there. I loved the little arc, fantastic. Found a script editor / writer, a fresh graduate of university who I was very impressed with her work. So she has taken on the mantle of polishing it up, adding some dialogue, with my full permission to change things if she needed or update effects and whatnot. She has come back with a version 1 of the script, added some new characters, which really enhanced the story, pushed things forward, absolutely amazing. And this weekend we had a little impromptu casual table read and it was wonderful. It flowed brilliantly. The story just worked. We're very proud of it. A few polishes to make. I'll more on that a bit later. But yeah, script's done, ready to go, which means we can start storyboarding. We can start going to location to make sure everything's ready. We can figure out if there's any props we need. And so the whole process really was dependent on the script being done, and it's 95% done. So fantastic for that. We've added some new characters to the script, which means there's more casting opportunities, which means more employment opportunities for the actors out there. They are all on the backstage links, which I'll share in the description below. Please do apply if you think you're suitable for the role. We had, this is costing money, and I can't monetize this film because it's Disney, so this is all off my own back and friends and family that are just deciding to help. We made the decision, because there are some mercenaries / pirates, sort of soldier types in it, mercenaries going forward. We don't need an official number, so there might be 5, there might be 10, we're not sure. And we made the very difficult decision to leave them unpaid. Now, we're going to be feeding everyone. There might be accommodation involved for those that are coming far away. And if there's money left over, the priority is to pay something, if not a full day's wage, to the mercenaries that are on board. But at this stage, I'm afraid I have to say the mercs are unpaid officially, but we're doing everything we can to change that. So if you do apply for a mercenary role, just keep that in mind, and it'll be a labour of love. But on that, I've asked the writer to add a scene, if we could, of the mercenaries chatting. Casual, something to establish them as a unit. Right? We've been together for years, we know each other. Maybe a bit of comedy, maybe a bit of lightheartedness, maybe something a bit gruff, maybe a fight. I don't know. It's in her hands now. But that means we'll be able to give some of the mercenaries a line or two, which means they can use in their showreels. So those that are budding actors, perhaps we can prioritize them to have those roles, those lines. So we'll have something in a showreel. When the film comes out, if it's well received, it looks great for them, and so on. Any people that are coming down just to play in Star Wars will probably be given less priority, but we really want to get everyone involved as much as possible. So that's where the mercs are. All right, moving on to more fun stuff. VFX. There is a dog in the film. Still a little bit tentative about what it is, where it is. I've commissioned a handful of VFX artists to model and rig, which is how you build a skeleton inside a CGI animal. I'm learning all about that, and I'm preparing a video all about VFX, the questions you need to ask, what's possible, what's not possible on a budget and a higher budget, and who's available. That's coming within the next few weeks. But yes, I've seen the highlights of an Akk dog from Star Wars. It looks pretty good. We haven't seen it animated yet. It could all go horribly wrong, but we're pushing forward to see what we can get. And ideally, this will be a pet to the pirate Captain Vala. Not Vala, she's not the captain. Captain Yasu. So I need to read the script more. So yes, it could be a great addition to the script. It's not needed to tell the story, so it's a really nice to have, but it takes a lot of time. So we started now. So stay tuned, and VFX videos to follow. So VFX are done. Moving on. 3D printing. I spent the weekend with a chap who has multiple 3D printers, big Star Wars fan. I actually went to school with him when I was 15 years old, and we've recently reconnected, and just Kismet has brought us back together. And luckily he's a big Star Wars geek like myself. So he has offered to help us source designs, 3D print, blasters, helmets, thermal detonators, ammo packs, any props we can think of that need 3D printing. It's cheap, it's efficient. I've seen the prototypes. and they look good. And once again, we're planning a video talking about what is 3D printing, how it can be best used, how you can use it at home, budget, where 3D printing started, 3D printing galore, and hopefully have some props to show you when that comes around as well. But stay tuned on there. So props are looking good. Thank you very much to my friend there. Location. The whole thing's set in a forest / wood type thing. I found a location in Kent, which is going to be south east of London, and it's looking good. It's really nice. The chap that owns the woods is really accommodating, so hopefully the 3 to 5 day shoot will go there. I'm going to visit it next week. I'll talk about that in a minute when I talk about my director. So location is all but booked. On that, accommodation near this location is all but booked as well. Everything's depending on date, so I can't book the location, the accommodation, or the catering in a minute until it all fits into place. But we found somewhere to house 15 to 20 people in a sort of self-catering situation where we can all stay together. Some people will want to go back to London every night. Some people will live in Kent, want to go home, absolutely fine. But I really want people to know that they're taken care of and have somewhere to stay. And 3 meals a day, 3 warm meals a day, plus snacks, everything taken care of. But on that, the catering, yes, looking at catering, hopefully there'll be hot meals on location. Absolute worst case, a Tesco meal deal one day. But no, I'm looking into feeding everyone as much as possible. I don't want people hungry, grumpy, whatnot. I want people to be tired because they're in a food coma because they've eaten so well. That's what I want. But yes, there'll be a couple of long days, maybe one early morning, one early night. The script is, we're getting there on there. But yeah, anyone that comes down will be housed, fed, watered, looked after in Kent. So keep that in mind when you apply. Should be good on there. We've got props done. I don't have wardrobe sorted yet. I'd like the Pirates, Mercenaries to look similar, but I haven't found a wardrobe person to help me with that. So if you know anyone that would like to get involved in Star Wars, it is a paid role. I don't know what they charge, industry rates are, but we need wardrobe. Baylan and Shin need a look too that's indicative of their the Ahsoka TV show, but not quite the same. We want an audience to see them as Baylan and Shin, but yeah, they can be different. So as their progression. So this is sometime before that. The next video I'm doing is why we picked Shin and Baylan, and where on the timeline is our film set. And that's open to some negotiation still, but I'm going to be talking about that, and that changes how they look. How grey is the beard? How long is Shin's hair, etc. That's all coming. But with regards to wardrobe, yes, we need a wardrobe person to help dress people, make it look good, Star Wars-tastic. So if you know anyone, please reach out. Contact details in the description below. Right, moving on. Everything is listed on Backstage, which again, link below. We've had almost 400 people apply for the roles, of the varying roles. Auditions will be going out hopefully at the end of this month, if not just early September. We just want to make sure we give people a chance to apply, and then we can start hammering down. And from there, we'll follow self-tapes, in-person auditions, possibly. Certainly, for a second, we want to meet the people, see what the dynamic's like, and go from there. Maybe a few chemistry reads. And once we've got that, we want to do a full table read. The script will be done by then. I'd really like to do that in person in London, but if we need to do that over Zoom or video, so be it, that's fine, at least for a round one. Crew roles, lots of applications for makeup artists, wig people, so I'm going to have to make the sad decision. I'm going to have to turn down a lot of actors. I'm going to have to turn down a lot of really talented and impressive makeup people. And wig people and stuff. So I'm going to, end of August, we start looking at people that applied. Yeah. I've got about 7 composers who have all written to me via the Backstage link saying, I'd love to get involved. Here's my previous work. And they're all amazing. When you do music composition at university, I believe your final piece, dissertation, I guess it's called, your final piece, they have an orchestra to perform it, and I've seen videos of some of these pieces, and they're just chef's kiss, just amazing. So again, I'm going to have to turn down some of them, but I've been so impressed with the quality and the passion involved. Again, all paid roles. Yes, it's going to be amazing. We do need themes. We need incidental music. Maybe we can help employ 2 composers, and one can do the theme and one can do some incidental. Don't know how that works. Again, a video on that coming about composers. How to find composers. What do they do? What do they have to study? How do they market their wares? Hopefully with an interview or 2. With all these VFX, 3D printing, composing, screenwriting, we'll have interviews, hopefully. Told you this would be long, but we're nearly there. I am chatting with my director of photography this week, and I'm going to basically tell him everything I just told you, and then hopefully plan a site visit to the location, possibly late this week or early next, and do some screen tests, which is using the cameras we'll be using. I'll take lightsaber down to make sure it lights up properly, and we're happy that the camera captures it in the way we want. To find out, do we need to buy some new lenses? Do we need to rent some extra equipment? Is the lighting okay? All that stuff. And so from there, we'll know if this thing's going to look good, if we can do some of the shots we want, how will the VFX work in there. We'll send some of that footage to the VFX compositing people, more on compositing when we do VFX videos. So that's, yes, it's all happening. So by, where are we now? There. So yeah, by the 20th of August, all that should be done, hopefully. And we should be ready to go, right, this can work, let's do it. Then I'll book the accommodation, the catering, I think, looking at my list, I think that's it. Location visit, yes. I'm going to give you a quick overview. I have 38 videos planned for how to make a film, what we're doing, some pre-production, some on location and some afterwards. I'm going to I've done why I'm making a Star Wars film. The next one I'm doing is Balin and Shin. Why them, and when do we set the film? What are some ideas? Why it'd be good to see Shin as a 12-year-old versus an 18-year-old, or whatnot? What's the story ideas and thoughts we've had on there? And we invite you to comment and tell us some suggestions on there. Then I'm going to be doing some Star Wars fan films you need to see. I've watched dozens, possibly more, of fan films recently. And they were amazing. Just the talent and love we've got into it is great. And I really want to share some of them with you. I won't show the whole things, but I'll show a few clips, give you my thoughts, why I love them, why I didn't love them, or some things that I'd like to see improve on. And it's fascinating to see how technology has helped over these years. But more on, yes, I could waffle about this for a long time. So that's coming up in the next few weeks. Talking about making a Star Wars film on a limited budget. How people can help. Friends and family are your lifeblood. I want to pay people as much as possible if I can. Some people don't pay. Some people, it's all collaboration and the thrill of it, and that's absolutely fine too. So I'm going to make a video talking about that. Talking about making a film on your own versus a team, another video on there. A video about finding funding. There's some grants available. I don't think I qualify because I'm a Star Wars fan film. I'm basically just some mates having a fun little project. My film's not going to change the world, but we're going to have a fun time making it. But there is a lot of information on funding. I'd like to dive into that and share what I've learned with you guys. I'm going to do a video on composing, going to do a video on script editing, going to do a video about storyboarding and key scene and how that works with the director of photography. Going to be doing a video about props on a budget with 3D printing, how that works, Creature Workshop versus VFX. I did approach Creature Workshop and talk to them about what I wanted to do. They quoted me £90,000 to make the creature I described and everything. Fully articulated, it would have looked amazing. I don't have £90,000, I'll be honest with you. So, VFX all the way, and there's a lot of budding graduates coming out their show reels are just amazing, and I'm really hoping to give them the opportunity to shine and do some of their work there. Well, I've listed like 10 videos there, and there's 30 more to come. So stay tuned. I will be releasing my next video, Shin and Balin, why, when, how, before the end of this week. That is everything that's going on. Oh, finally. I sent out a update to those on Backstage who have applied up till now, pointing out that the mercenary roles aren't going to be paid anymore. All the others are paid and whatnot. The only thing I left out was the dates because we weren't sure, but we're aiming for 10th to 14th of November, ideally, but again, not confirmed yet. Loads of people wrote to me saying, absolutely understand, I applied for the mercenary role, I'd still like to do it anyway. Loads of people wrote to me saying, not interested, can't do it, but really good luck. And I get it. I've turned down unpaid roles. I'm a working actor. I have no idea how to make films, but I'm a working actor, and I've done work for free. And sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. So I really, really understand people that are just like, nah, not interested. But some people came back and were a bit rude, to be honest, and fair enough, good for them. Be true to yourself, I admire that. Those that were lovely, if I can pay, you're the first people I'm going to write back to you saying, please reapply. I'd love to have your audition. Those that didn't, won't. This industry's fickle. Don't burn your bridges. Yes, send an email out. Anyway, some lovely replies to that. The passion and support I've received is 95% overwhelming. So thank you so much. We do, I've said finally probably 3 times, but one more time. We do have a website, thepriceoffreedom.site with dashes. Nothing's on there yet. I bought the domain name in a panic, set up an email address, we're working on getting that website up, hopefully by this weekend, at least something, just to share a little bit what we're doing, link back to the YouTube channel, etc. So if you do visit there, a couple of people have pointed out there's nothing there. So thank you. We know, we're working on it. Just all part of the social media. And I suppose I should look for a social media manager person, Instagram, TikTok. Know anyone? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, anyway, so that was it. That probably, in my head, that was 3 minutes. That was probably like 10. So thank you very much. Stay tuned for the new video coming up in a few days, by the end of the week. It is all systems go, and we're really looking forward to sharing more with you. See you at the next production update next week. It will be shorter, I promise.